Welcome back, everyone, and this is just the latest in "You Don't Conform, You Must Be Punished" news. Campus police chief put on leave after student outrage for liking NRA and Trump tweets. On Wednesday, Mount Holyoke College announced that the newly selected campus police chief, Daniel Hecht, was placed on administrative leave after a backlash when students discovered he had liked conservative tweets on his Twitter account. The whole ordeal started when Hecht was appointed to lead the Mount Holyoke College and Smith College shared campus police departments. Then on February 6th, Hecht announced his new appointment at MHC and Smith on his personal Twitter account, the Daily Wire previously reported. I am excited to announce that I have accepted the position of Chief of Police at Mount Holyoke and Smith Colleges, two of the most prestigious all-women's institutions in the nation, he tweeted. Hecht's excitement was short-lived because soon after, students investigated his Twitter account, finding a few conservative-leaning tweets that he had liked. Two tweets were from the National Rifle Association, one wishing followers a Merry Christmas and one stating, "If guns are outlawed, only outlaws will have guns." Other tweets were from President Trump discussing the border wall and the government shutdown. The MHC student who shared screenshots of the tweet said it was unacceptable for someone in charge of keeping any community safe, let alone a campus as diverse as MHC's, to be publicly displaying his support for hateful regimes and organizations, as well as for individuals who demonize migrants from Mexico or other Latin American nations. Following the controversy, Hecht and the college's administrations hosted several events to try to ease students' worries. Mount Holyoke community members were able to ask him questions at a March 21st forum. According to the student newspaper, the event hosted tension and tears. During the event, Hecht said he wanted the campus police to grow a better relationship with the community so students can get to know the campus police as human beings. Many of the students' questions reportedly focused on his social media and his political ideology. He told the audience that, "When Trump did something that I thought he did well, I wanted to like the tweets, in hopes to lead to more good behavior," adding that he does not support Donald Trump overall. Hecht also apologized for liking the tweets that mentioned building a wall, calling it a huge mistake. After the forum, Hecht sent an email to the MHC community, claiming he was appreciative of the level of participation. "It was clear to me during the event that I have work to do in order to better lead a campus police department charged with supporting and protecting this wonderfully diverse, intelligent, and committed community of students, faculty, and staff," Hecht wrote. He also listed immediate steps he would take in the coming days to achieve his goal of making the campus police be a positive influence on campus safety. The steps included creating a Community Safety Advisory Committee and attending an immersive training program to learn about challenging biases and exploring beliefs. His steps also included events such as meeting with a class for a restorative justice circle and 2 listening sessions where community members could express their concerns about safety on campus. He concluded that he was committed to developing relationships and trust with all members of our community: students, faculty, staff, and campus police. Before any of these events had even had the chance to take place, MHC President Sonia Stevens announced that Hecht would be placed on administrative leave Wednesday night. Over the past few weeks, members of our community have expressed concerns about the ability of Chief Daniel Hecht to develop the level of trust required to engage in community policing, MHC President Sonia Stevens said in a campus-wide email. Stevens added that Deputy Police Chief Ray LaBarre was appointed as the acting chief of campus police. "We are working closely with Smith College on this issue as well, and I will continue to keep our campus community informed," Stevens concluded. Hecht has worked in police departments for over 30 years. He previously served as Director of Public Safety and Chief of Police at 2 universities in Ohio, Xavier University and Denison University. He also served as a Master Sergeant in the United States Air Force Security Services, according to his LinkedIn profile. An article from Xavier's student paper from January said that Hecht made a career out of connecting to his communities, and adding that Hecht believes that a job as a police officer isn't confined to formalities, but efforts need to be made to engage with those you are sworn to protect. So here is a man who, according to past interactions, is very focused on engaging with the community and ensuring that he knows the people he is sworn to protect. He has no punishments or any other black marks on his record that can be found. Yet, because he, as a private citizen, liked 3 tweets, he didn't retweet them. He didn't comment on them saying, yes, great, go for it. He liked them. He is now having his life uprooted. Let's flip this around. What if students at the University of A&M in Texas, or any other very conservative university, at least for now, found out that a prospective police chief had liked 2 tweets from Hillary Clinton and one from Eric Holder? And suppose they rose up in outrage and demanded that that person never be allowed to work as a police officer on their campus. How fast would CNN, MSNBC, and liberal colleges the country over be demanding that the students be sent to sensitivity classes and learn about inclusion and diversity of thought? As with so many things today, inclusion, tolerance, diversity of thought are all for the left to determine what should be included, what should be allowed in their diverse community, and what thought is to be permitted. So many people are proving that they appear to have read 1984 and thought, these are great ideas. We are punishing people for thought crime now. There's a reason so many people are dumping social media altogether. Because something you say, which is not illegal or immoral or dangerous or bad in any way, might be dug up to say, see, he doesn't think the way I do, I don't want him to have a job. We are moving from a community as a country that believes in and promotes diversity of thought to one that demands conformity of thought and actions. Groupthink is no longer a problem, it is something to be recognized and praised and participated in. Chief Hecht should have been told by the campus administration, we are going to tell these students that they may not dictate terms to us. They are here to learn, we are here to educate, you are here to keep them safe. And we will all do our jobs in making sure that they know, as young adults, they do not run the show. These are students who are going to go into the world having been taught by experience that if they are outraged by someone liking a tweet, they can have them fired. These are students who, in a few short years, will be joining the adult workforce, likely in non-entry level positions, or at least entry level at a higher level than people who did not go to college. They're going to get there and they're going to see someone wearing an American flag pin, or God forbid, with an NRA sticker on their car. And they're going to demand this person be fired with no severance and walked out of the building. And when that doesn't happen, these are the people who will sue a company for a supposed hostile work environment because they would not be hostile toward people this person hates. We are in a society now where if you express your own thoughts and they are counter to the groupthink, you will be destroyed. We already have stories coming out of Google, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, to name a few, from conservatives who work there about how frightening it is to be a conservative in that liberal cesspool because they cannot interact with people freely. They must hide their private lives because they need the job. And it's all because stories like this continue to happen, where students who are to be taught and instructed and educated are given total power over anything and everything they get outraged by because administrators are now afraid that they will be sued because someone was triggered or it wasn't a safe space. The word offended used to mean that you had such little mental and emotional capacity to accept differences of thought that you should be educated. Now, offended seems to have become code word for obey me or I will sue you into oblivion. And companies and universities and government offices are bowing to these people. What's next? A senator thrown out of office because they are a Republican and refused to vote with the Democrats? We're all but seeing it now. We have people who rise up and terrorize people because you invite a speaker to a private event. We have people who terrorize a woman and her children because her husband is accused of something about 30 years ago that happened somewhere when someone saw it. We have to reverse the trend of, I don't have the emotional capacity to deal with this, so you must change to accommodate me. Because if we don't, we are going to be in a world of hurt, far worse than we are now. These students need to be told, you are students. This man has a stellar 3-decade career as a law enforcement official. His private Twitter is not indicative of his performance on the job. You will not demand he be fired. You will not harass the police. You will become model citizens of this community so that you become model citizens of the community you enter upon graduation. They need to be told, you are not in charge. We are. But until someone in that administration grows a spine, it won't happen. But I've talked long enough. Let me know your thoughts down below. Keep them classy, keep them civil, because as always, we do not learn from argument, we learn from debate. Also, please like the video and click subscribe and turn on notifications so you're kept abreast of all future content as it comes out. Until next time, everyone have a wonderful day.